Attention all podcasts of the Solar Federation. We have assumed control. We have assumed control. We have assumed control.
The Intergalactic Boombox.
Wake up in the morning, feeling like a P.D.D. Grab my glasses, I'm out the door. Get it into the city. Boily, brush my teeth with the bottle of a jacker. Cause we the leave for today, they come into the record. Do the stuff for make a pop, DJ, play me do. Tonight I refer to pretend the done lie. Tick-tock on the clock, but the party don't stop. Whoa, no. Bork.
You know, singer Michael McDonald from the Doobie Brothers sounds kind of like the Swedish Chef, without the accent.
Bet you cannot hear that one, it need to be.
Welcome to the Intergalactic Boombox, comedy-tinged geek and pop culture news from voice actor Kyle Hebert, Dragon Ball Z, Street Fighter, Bleach, Naruto, and many more. The aforementioned Intergalactic Boombox is a podcasting spaceship orbiting high above. Stay with me. Dodging space junk, and is now celebrating 50 episodes, everybody. Yes! Pepperidge Farm remembers. Just shy of a year doing this podcasting thing. Shout-outs to all the listeners, old and new. Big what-ups to fellow podcaster Isaac Weishaupt, host of the Conspiracy Theories and Unpopular Culture podcast. I've been a fan of his show for a couple years now after hearing him guest on Chris Jericho's Talk is Jericho podcast. Isaac is really laid back, does a ton of research, and doesn't force any opinions down your throat. He makes going down the rabbit hole a lot of fun. So if that sounds like your bag, I strongly recommend his podcast and his website, IlluminatiWatcher.com.
Link in the show notes.
You don't have to believe any of this stuff. It's just fascinating. He just got set up with Podcasting 2.0, so now he can receive Satoshis too, the smallest unit of Bitcoin. I sent his first boost, a custom amount and message sent. You can show support to podcasters directly with a free podcast player app from newpodcastapps.com. Remember, let's do a little math here. Roughly 2,400 sats equals $1. And unlike Patreon and the like, you are in control of how much you give. You're not locked into some monthly subscription. The concept is called value for value. How much is the content you're getting worth to you? Then you give it back to the creator of that content. Isaac on his Instagram posted, "The future of podcasting. First boost message sent to my show on Podcast 2.0 Bitcoin Lightning Network. And from a really famous dude." Named Kyle Hebert, no less. I'm not famous, man. Wow, I'm excited to see how this platform goes in the next few years. Thanks, Kyle. Hey, thank you, Isaac. Gotta acknowledge my sat cats. People shooting me those micropayments from a Podcasting 2.0 app. Meatus from Fun Fact Friday sent me 10,000 sats. It says, "Congrats on 50 episodes. Here's to 50 more. Thank you, sir." Dave Jones from Podcasting 2.0, the podcast. He sent a boostagram saying an 80-cent boost is unacceptable from me. Stepping up to the plate this week. 21,112 sats. Always with the Rush boost. One of the greatest bands of all time.
The question of the week.
What is your favorite Gilbert Gottfried moment or role? Andy MacVoice says Mr. Peabody in Problem Child. Maximiliano Ado said what many people said. Iago. Always Iago. Beau Bridgeland loved his cameo in A Million Ways to Die in the West because it was so unexpected, random, and hilarious. Jeremy Deschamps says Celebrity Squares. Oh yeah, Hollywood Squares, where he kept tricking the contestants and yelling, "You fool!" New Pudding DX says Digit from the PBS Kids cartoon Cyber Chase. Sarah Witry Fond says, my literal favorite video on the internet. It's Gilbert Gottfried reading 50 Shades of Grey.
Link in the show notes.
TK23 Baseball says The Aristocrats. Fellow voice actor and voice director Chris Kaysen says easily the Aristocrats joke at the Hugh Hefner roast. Mystery Ezekiel says Iago from Aladdin, and second place goes to Berkeley Beetle from Don Bluth's Thumbelina.
New question.
Are you getting The Batman digitally on a physical disc, or are you just going to watch it on HBO Max? I went with a digital purchase because all the extras are exactly the same. However, there is an Apple iTunes exclusive audio commentary, the whole movie, from director Matt Reeves. Now, the Blu-ray and 4K discs do have commentary, but that's just for the deleted scenes. Full-length commentary tracks are kind of rare nowadays, and that's sad, because I always love hearing those stories about the process or interesting things about shooting a particular scene, even if the commentators are kind of dry. And my all-time favorite commentary track has to be John Carpenter and Kurt Russell on The Thing. It's just two buds cracking up and giving insight from back in the day. So what you gonna do? You gonna get the Batman? You know you're gonna get the Batman. But are you gonna get it digitally streaming online? Or are you just gonna watch it on HBO Max? Or are you gonna pony up for that physical disc to sit on your shelf? Let me know at Boombox Pod.
And now, Literal Trailers present Thor, Love and Thunder. Run, Forrest, run. Thor is now a peace-loving hippie. Wait, is that Sweet Child of Mine playing? Oh wait, it is. Marvel logo. Fat Thor tries the Rock's workout. Star-Lord thinks Thor is a bigger idiot than he is. Is that boat flying and being pulled by Santa's reindeer? And now Thor's making out with a Pirates of the Caribbean cosplayer. Nice hair. Pretty CG landscapes. Thor and Star-Lord almost have a fan-fiction shipping moment. And oh look, Natalie Portman as Peacemaker. Thor, Love and Thunder, coming this July only in theaters unless we get locked down again.
Can't wait for the multiverse of madness? You can get a dose of Doctor Strange with his first TV movie. Wait, don't get too excited. 30 years before the MCU, Marvel fans got the TVU. Yeah, we had the Hulk and Spider-Man hitting the small screen with their own series. In 1978, we had, of course, the Star Wars Holiday Special, Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park, and other facepalms. The Sorcerer Supreme here is played by Peter Hooton, who rocks that mustache like nobody's business, taking on Morgan Le Fay, Jessica Walter. You might know her from Archer and Arrested Development. Rest in peace. You should watch the trailer.
Link in the show notes!
Shout Factory, whose mission statement is to remaster anything, and I do mean anything, into stunning high-def transfers. The Blu-ray is out now and has an audio commentary track from pop culture historian Russell Dyball and the panel jumper host Carl Hornaday. Before you ask, no, it's not on any streaming services, at least for now, so might as well snag this and see if Peter Hooton's Doctor Strange puts Bandersnatch Bonaparte's performance to shame. I'll save you the time. No, it's in a league of its own. There's a new Ghostbusters game coming. No, not Spirits Unleashed. It is, however, another co-op, and this one is going to be on the Meta Quest, aka Oculus, baby, VR. Yeah, Ghostbusters VR. Check the
Link in the show notes!
for the trailer.
Co-op sounds like a disaster in the making, dude.
Well, what do you mean, Gits?
This Ghostbusters VR could have up to 3 players together.
Yeah.
Imagine you and your friends all in the living room stumbling into each other.
Right, I'm thinking you'll be busting furniture long before any ghosts.
Well, Shiggles, just play online with your friends.
I don't have any friends.
Aw, you've got a friend in me.
I love that song. So are they getting Dan Aykroyd and Bill Murray and Ernie Hudson for this?
It doesn't look like it. A cameo in Ghostbusters Afterlife was more phoned in than cool.
Seriously, what's my line again? Oh, some nostalgic callback to our first movie? That's cute. I'll be in my trailer. I gotta take a nap.
You know, you're not wrong. But Ghostbusters VR, it kind of feels like Phasmophobia, except with really good graphics.
Oh.
I think it'll make for some really good jump scares. No release date yet.
Will they have a proton pack accessory?
Why?
You know, for authenticity.
Don't worry, Shiggs. I'll just load up your backpack with a couple of bowling balls. You won't know the difference.
I'm ready to believe you.
From my top-secret underground bunker in Pahrump, Nevada. Shh. Conspiracy here with all the news you can't use. Taco Bell's bringing back Mexican pizza. Long thought to be a foodie casualty during the zombie apocalypse, the fast food chain that people simultaneously berate yet consume in mass quantities has heard your pleas, so settle down already, toots. You can shove this tortilla sandwich filled with beef or beans and pizza sauce into your gullet starting May 19th. Between you and me and Area 51, if you know how to program bots to snatch Taco Bell app pre-orders faster than you can say PS5, let's talk after this segment. Page 2. Everyone's favorite streaming service that jacks up the price every 48 hours is considering cheaper subscriptions, a.k.a. ads, a.k.a. annoying as your mother-in-law. They had a bad quarter, lost a bunch of subscribers. Gee, I wonder why. Ad-supported tiers might cause real tears to flow, but at least you aren't letting corporations completely empty your bank account. And that way, then, you're only partially funding the Illuminati. Hey, Herbert, I'm not going to get canceled for speaking my mind here, right?
Nah, Ken, don't worry, man. It's Podcasting 2.0. You can't get canceled. There's no censorship. Say what you want.
Ah, I knew that. I was just testing you.
Uh-huh.
I like you, Kirk.
It's Kyle.
I'll kill you last.
What?
Page 3. Rich white Hollywood elite continue their Olympic-style courtroom mudslinging competition. Johnny Depp looks like he could use a hug, while we are regaled in detail about that one time Amber Heard was so mad she supposedly unloosed her caboose on the bed. Which reminds me, I haven't released the Kraken in a fortnight. Time to top off my coffee. And I'm spent. That's all the news you can't use. I'm Conspiracy from my dump in Pahrump. Whoa, speaking of dump, coffee's hitting now. Gotta go.
Aw, look at the time. Time doesn't matter. This is a podcast, not a broadcast. I could yak for 3 hours, but despite being bald, I am not Joe Rogan. The Intergalactic Boombox is recorded and produced the day before it's posted because its host is lazy. Wow, sometimes my script is a little too honest. Parts of this podcast are sponsored by the National Tomatoes Shouldn't Be a Fruit Association and Dynamite Dan's Exploding Goat Cheese. Remember to get the full enhanced experience when you listen to this show on an app from newpodcastapps.com. Things like images, chapters, streaming micropayments, in-app as you listen. Stuff the big guys at Apple, Spotify, Google, etc. aren't doing. Remember, no matter what anyone tells you, your instincts are always right. Unless they're not. In that case, smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Until next time, I am out of here.